Today in this video class we will learn some of the rules for the word stress. Before going to the rules, I would like to make clear that the word stress in English language is unpredictable. But still there are some common rules which can be learned to know the stress pattern in the English language. Now let us look at the some words. In the following disyllabic words, the stress falls on the first syllable. Now look at the words. Atom, center, cotton, sorry, common, article, freedom, water, service, knowledge, nature, interest, doctor, serious. So in all these words, the stress is on the first syllable. The most important thing you need to understand that all these words are disyllabic words. Look at the word knowledge, knowledge. Okay, only two syllables are there, though the word has got a lengthy spelling. Okay, freedom, freedom. So these all words which I have given you are disyllabic words. Note down the words. Now let us look at some of the words. Again, disyllabic words in which stress falls on the second syllable. Read it. In the following disyllabic words, the stress falls on the second syllable. Like machine, okay, forget, balloon, hotel, garage, forgive, July, enjoy. So in all these words, the stress is on the second syllable. Not only these words, there are some other words in which stress can be on the second syllable, like career, canteen, okay, begin, alarm, absent, prepare. Okay, in such words, the stress is on the second part of the syllable. Note the words. Okay, now let us move on to the next slide. Rules of word stress. I already told you that The word stress in English language is unpredictable. We cannot predict, it's very unpredictable. There is no specific rule governing all the words. Okay. However, the following rules of word stress are available for you. Let us look at one rule, that is rule 1. Words with weak prefixes. Okay, words having weak prefixes. So, the words beginning with weak prefixes such as a, be, d, re, and con have stress on the second syllable. Especially this is with diasyllabic words. You need to know that this is with diasyllabic words. So look at the word alone. The prefix here is a and it is a weak prefix, so the stress is on the second syllable, that is L-O-N-E, alone. Alone. Then about. Okay. Here also the prefix is a and the stress is on B-O-U-T, about. About, you say. And here another word, that is become. Okay, here be is a prefix here and this is weak and that's why the stress is on come. Become. He becomes. Okay, like that. And in the same way below. The stress is on the second part, low. Below. Below. Okay. And the next is degree. Okay. In case of degree, D is weak prefix, so that's why the stress is on degree. He got a degree. He got a degree. Okay. Then departure. So the stress is on the second part after the D. Departure. Okay. Rewind. So here re is also a weak prefix. And re here resistant. Okay. So cis is stressed here. And then continue. Okay. Convene. So in both the cases con is the prefix and that's why the stress is on the next part of con. So whenever such kind of weak prefixes come, so the stress is on the next syllable of the prefix. You can look at the words. You can note down the words also. Please note down. So not only these words, I'll give you some more examples like above. Okay, here a is a weak prefix, so that's why above. Then beneath. Okay, beneath. So b is weak prefix, so the stress is on beneath. And not only these, you can look at some other words Okay, delay. Okay, D is weak here, so lay. The stress is on lay. Connect. Okay, so for connect, nect is stressed. Okay, and there are many words. Congenital. Okay, congenital. So for con, always the next is the stressed one. So genital, genital is stressed. Now let us look at rule 2. Compound words. First, before going to compound words, let us know what are compound words. A compound word is word that is composed of two separate words. Okay, so let us look at some examples of compound words that are given below. Toothpaste. Toothpaste. So tooth is the tooth that you have in your mouth. Okay, the teeth, the plural of teeth is tooth. That is one word. And paste. Paste is something that is like paste. The solid, liquid, gas, and something that is not solid and not liquid, but it is semi. We call it a paste. Okay, so these two are different words, but those two different words are combined to form a single word, that is toothpaste. So toothpaste is something, it is not the tooth of your mouth and not the paste of something, but it is something that is used to put on the brush and wash your mouth. It is a new word. So in this way, a new word is formed here. To be more clear, I will give another example. Football. Foot is your foot, the foot of your leg. Okay, ball is a ball, any ball. But football is something that is, when you say football, it is a specific ball which is used to play. You cannot replace a football with a volleyball. Okay, so football is something, a word that is a specific. When you say football, some figure of a ball, that some image of a ball comes to your mind. So it is specific, it becomes a specific one, a kind of object. A ball, a specific kind of object. So that's why it is football. It is a combination of two words, but gives a new word, new object. Okay, that is football. Like postman. Same way, post is one word and man is some word. Two different words, when they combine, we come across a person who gives us letters, who brings our letters home. So this is a different word, that's why this is also a compound word. In the same way, grandmaster. Master is different and grand is different, but they combine to form a word like grandmaster. So these are the compound words. So in compound words, the stress usually falls on the first syllable. Try to remember, in the compound words, the stress usually falls on the first syllable. So hence, in toothpaste, the stress is on the tooth at the beginning of the word, on the first word, tooth. Likewise, in football, foot. Okay, the stress is on foot. In postman, the stress is on post. Okay, similarly, in the grandmaster, the stress is on grand. So I hope you have understood that in the compound words, the stress usually falls on the first syllable. But there is an exception for this. However, in compound adjectives and words ending in ever, self, selves, take stress on the second syllable. Now let us know what are compound adjectives. In the first case, the toothpaste, football, postman, they are nouns. Okay. Football is an object, it's a noun. A postman, he is a man who carries letters, so he is a noun. They are all nouns. But look at the word old fashioned. He is old fashioned. So old is one word and fashioned is another word. Okay. Old and fashioned, these two are different words, but they are doing the work of an adjective in this sentence. He is old fashioned man, you can say. He is an old fashioned man. So old fashioned is an adjective here. So that's why it is a compound adjective. It's doing the work of an adjective. So compound adjective. In compound adjectives and words ending with ever, self and selves, this takes stress on the second syllable. Old is one syllable and fashioned. Fashioned is another word. Okay. So it takes stress on the second part of the word, old fashioned. Fashioned is the second part of the word and it is stressed. Herself. Here her is one word and self is the suffix and self is stressed. However, it takes stress on the second part, that is ever. Always remember, whenever herself, however, themselves, yourself, such kind of words come, moreover, the stress is on the second part. Always remember this rule. Now let's move on to the rule 3. Words which denote numbers. This is the rule. The first rule is words that end in teen get the stress on teen. So there are two kinds of words, remember. That there are ending with teen. And we have multiples of 10 and we have like compound words like 2000, 3000. Okay, these are the different words, and from 1 to 10, 0 to 10, these are the numbers we have. So for example, 1, it is a monosyllabic, hence the stress will be on the first part. 2, monosyllabic, automatically stress will be on the first part, that is before on the T. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in all these words, the stress will be on the first part. Okay. But now look at the words from 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. They can be divided into syllables. 15, 16, 17, 18. So whenever there is teen, the stress will be on the teen. So look at the example there. 15 and 19. So always when the words end with teen, the stress will be on teen. And look at the second rule. words that denote the multiples of 10. Now, what are the multiples of 10? 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 and 90. These are the multiples of 10. Whenever they come, they will be multiples of 10. For example, 190, like that. So, from 20 to 90. Okay. So, they are multiples of 10, and whenever such words appear, the stress will be on the first part. Look at the example. It is 50. The stress is on the first part. Likewise, for all the multiples of 10, 20, the stress will be on the first part. 30, the stress will be on the first part. 40, the stress will be on the first part. 50, the stress will be on the first part. 60, the stress will be on the first part, that is 6. And in likewise 70, 80, 90. So always the stress appears on the first part. Now here look at another type of words. 2000. 2 and 1000. Okay, when you are writing the number like this, it can be 100, 300, 2000, 8000, 9000, whatever it is. The stress falls on the first part. So here the stress is on 2. This is the third rule. Okay. Before going further, let's revise the rules once. Okay. And then we will have an exercise. The first rule is that when there are weak prefixes like a, b, d, re, co and con, in such cases the stress will be on the first part of the word. The stress will be after the prefix, immediately after the prefix, that is on the second part of the word. And in compound words, when they are compound nouns, the stress will be on the first part. In case of compound adjectives and words ending with ever, self and selves, the stress will be on the second part of the word. And the rule 3 is denoting numbers. So when the words denote numbers with teen, the stress will be on the teen itself. And when they are multiples of 10, the stress will be on the first part. This is nearly 3 rules we have learnt. So before learning something more, we will have exercise so that we will understand and we will be able to identify stress of some of the words. Identify the word stress. You take a dictionary and identify the word stress of the following words. and also identify the rule which you are going to apply there. It is better for you. Okay, I hope you have marked stress for the words, and it's a very time consuming because you need to go through the dictionary for marking the stress. I hope I have given sufficient time for you. So now let us look at the answers for this. And look at that. Endeavor. Okay, N is a weak prefix. That's why the stress is after ENN. Endeavor. Okay, endeavor. Endeavor. So the rule 1 applies here. You can apply rule 1 here. In the same way, delay. Okay, delay. So D is a weak prefix, and so that's why the lay is stressed here. Here also we apply rule 1. Whenever there are weak prefixes, the stress is on the second syllable. Now look at the third word, that is grandmother. Grandmother is a compound word. Grandmother, grandfather, grandson. Okay, these are all compound words. So when there is a compound word and this is a noun, okay, he is my grandmother. Okay, it's a noun here. When there are nouns in compound words, always the stress is on the first part of the word. And here we are applying rule 2, wherein compound words which act as nouns are stressed on the first part. In the same way, the next word is soft spoken. Soft spoken is also a compound word, but this is an adjective. Okay, he is a soft spoken person, or he is a soft spoken man. So this is an adjective. So whenever there are compound adjectives, the stress is on the second part of the word. That's why here we have marked stress on spoken. Here we apply rule 2. Now beneath. Beneath. Be is a weak prefix, so that's why the stress is on the second syllable, that is neath. Okay, neath, beneath. And rule 1 we are going to apply here in this. The next word is 13. When the words are numbers, when numbers are written in words, we go for rule 3. So whenever there is teen in the word, the stress will be on teen itself. That is a matter to remember. So that's why here the teen is stressed. And the next word is tea party. Tea party is a compound word. Whenever there is a compound word, we look at rule 2. So tea party is a noun. First make a sentence. If you are confused, make a sentence of it. He is attending a tea party. It's a noun there. He arranged a tea party. Okay, noun. When it is a noun, the compound word is a noun, the stress will be on the first part of the word. So here tea is stressed. Rule 2. Okay, here we apply rule 2. The next word is whatever. Okay, here also we apply rule 2, where the words that end in ever, selves and selves. I already you have written the rule, just you go through the rule. I am explaining for you. So whenever the words that end in ever, self and selves, we mark stress on the second part of the word. Okay, so here the second part of the word is ever. The ever is stressed. So always the stress is on ever. So here we stressed ever. Here we applied rule 2. So these are some words I hope you have done very well. Again I am giving you some words as exercise. Okay, now mark stress on the words. You take the dictionary and mark stress on these words also. I hope you have done the exercise. Now look at the answers for this slide. Action. No? A is stressed, okay, in the word action. You need to remember that in some words the first part is always stressed. So action, then myself, self is stressed here, then 300, 3 is stressed, above, it's a weak prefix here, so that's why above is stressed, exactly, E is also a weak prefix here, that's why the stress is on exactly. Then paper, the stress is on the first part, paper. Then connect on the second part here, on the second syllable. Novel, the stress is on the first syllable. And bookshop, here it's a bookshop is a compound word and it is a noun, so that's why the stress is on the first part of the word. So before we wind up the class, we will revise all the three rules once. The first rule is when there are weak prefixes, the words with weak prefixes like A, BE, then DE, then RE, then con, then E, EN, N. So for such kind of words, the stress is after that weak prefix, okay, that is the stress is on the second syllable. In compound words, if they act as nouns, the stress will be on the first part of the word, whereas if they are compound adjectives or the words ending with ever, self, selves, and the stress will be on the second part of the word. And our rule 3 was like the words, when you write the words that denote numbers, and when the words end in teen, the stress will be on teen, and when they are the multiples of 100, then the first part of the first syllable is stressed. Example I have given you is 50. You can take 20 also, 20, T, and before T we stress. So these are the 3 rules, general rules we have learned for the stress. And before learning the rules, we have had a display of some of the words where stress falls on the first syllable. You need to note the words and you need to make them by heart. And also there were some words where stress was on the second part. Okay. So before winding up, I hope you understood the class very well, and with a note of thanks I wind up my class here, and I hope you have understood Yashasri's class. Join with Yashasri for English learning. Thank you.